Hi there, welcome to episode 149 of the WaveBack Music Podcast. My name is Kris.
And I'm Matt.
And we're here to listen to the most interesting video game music there is. And interesting, indeed, we have today. We're concluding our retread series this week in possibly the most delightfully weird way possible. Fix the fallout from your dad's cosmic drinking problem, because tonight we listen to the music of Katamari Damacy Reroll. Well, hello, Matt.
Hello, Kris.
It's been too long.
It really, really has. And hello to you fans out there. We apologize deeply.
Yes, sorry for the delay in recording. Life comes at you fast, you know. We got the kids were on spring break. We all got COVID in this house. Matt was fighting dragons.
I was just every time we were supposed to record, I had union negotiation contract meetings, and still do. But you know, here we are.
Yeah, here we are, ready to wad wonderful things up into our lives.
I don't know. Just keep going. Don't mind me. Don't mind me at all.
Just paraphrasing actual lyrics to songs we're about to listen to.
Oh, I'm very well aware.
Oh boy. So yeah, we've been doing this whole retread series where we've been going back and listening, redoing a bunch of the episodes that I did solo, that I think deserve actual conversation instead of me talking to myself. And this is the last one before our 150th episode, which we're going to attempt to do something a little special with. But for now, let's talk about Katamari Damacy Reroll.
Oh, please, yes.
So since we covered this game's history way back in episode 6
Woo!
in June 2015...
God, that was a lifetime ago.
We aren't going to dive too deep into things here today in regards to, what this game is. Rather than butcher everyone's names as usual, we'll just say these songs are by various artists and include their names in the show notes. The music in this game is exactly the same as the original PlayStation 2 release. So we're technically calling this Katamari Damacy Reroll, so I can technically say it's a different game, but the soundtrack is identical, so... though it does appear in a different order in the new game. I didn't really care, though. So I put the songs in the order that I remember them from, which is totally from the original game. I went ahead and picked a decent selection of tunes from the game, and I honestly don't know if these are the same exact tracks I picked the first time around. I'm going to say probably, because I don't think my tastes have changed in Katamari soundtrack too much since then, but it was 7 years ago, so who the heck knows?
Okay.
I mean, I could have theoretically gone back and listened to this entire episode at some point, but like we said, we've been busy, so...
We've been busy.
It doesn't matter. Let's real quick go over our personal histories with Katamari Damacy. Matt, what's your history with this game?
Oh boy. I want to say that my friend purchased this, and so I borrowed the game from him when he was done, and I had no idea what I was playing. From the moment from the moment the game opens on my screen and I watch the storyline opening, I was like, what is going on here? The record scratch talking, the art style was... the art style of your king father, like everything about it was just so jarring, but in the best possible way. I please understand that I absolutely adore this game. I put it on a very high pedestal. And the moment you start playing it, you get the funky controls, right? Because you're used to playing 3D shooter. Well, okay, I'm used to playing 3D shooters and Resident Evils and stuff, and then you got this little man just pushing around a ball, and and then like, oh, all right, I could gush on for days and days and days. Anyway, so I played this game. Until I beat it, and I believe I gave it back, and then I went and bought it.
Nice.
Because I just wanted to keep playing it, and then and I owned it, for quite some time. But then I think eventually I can't remember quite when I made the switch from PlayStation to Xbox, but I believe I sold all, like a GameStop had some kind of thing. You sell your system and the games, you get credits, and that's how I got my first Xbox 360. I won't lie, like in my lifetime I've sold off a bunch of video games, traded them off, things like that, and there's a few that I'm bummed I did. The original Katamari is definitely one of them. It sits like I said, I have such a high regard for the game. But recently they put it on Game Pass, and
nice.
I went bananas. I was like, oh hell yeah! And then the best part is one day I came home and I found my wife playing it, and I was like, but you don't play 3D video games. She's like, oh, I used to play this. And I was like, yeah, made the right choice.
Nice.
So there's a lot of love for Katamari, just Katamari in general in this house. And yeah, it's such a fantastic game. So left of center, so quirky, such a great sense of humor.
Yeah.
It's almost like a British comedy to me sometimes. Just a wonderful game, man. I could play if I had to choose, like, I don't know, 3 games to play for the rest of my life. I think that would be in my top 3.
Katamari would definitely be up there for me as like an infinitely playable kind of a game. I was working at the Game Crazy in Brooklyn, New York when this game came out, and I fell in love immediately, like, with the box. Just like, and there's a cow, and a rainbow, and a big old ball of stuff. And we put this thing into the PlayStation 2 Interactive, and I sold so many copies of this game just from having it constantly on display. And just like, all right, every customer that came in was like, all right, you got to try this.
Yep.
Like, what is it? Just roll things up into a ball. Trust me, it's awesome. And like the music just resonated with me immediately. The complete insanity of that intro, like the dancing pandas and the mushrooms.
Yes,
like...
the big like North Korean fanfare, the Bollywood style.
Your dad's there playing a guitar. It's like amazing. Oh my god.
Oh Jesus!
And it was the first one in particular that really stuck with me. I bought We Love Katamari when it came out, and it just didn't capture it. It didn't capture it for me. A lot of people like the second one better than the first one because I think, like, when it comes to the actual gameplay elements, I think the second one really does do a lot more interesting stuff. Like, it really does move things forward, but so much of the soundtrack is like retreads of the first game, and it didn't have that specific magic that the first one did. And I've never enjoyed any sequels to Katamari nearly as much as the first one. They're all great. I love that Katamari is a thing. Keep that thing rolling. But it's at the same time, there was a specific magic to that first game that I think has just never been recaptured. Really in any game ever. Like, how do you do that again? It's just, it's marvelous. And when they did Katamari Reroll, I could not have been happier. Like, oh good, the original game in HD. Sign me the heck up. Don't change anything. Just do the same exact graphics in HD. And that's what they did. The only difference I was able to notice was that some of the songs appeared in a different order. And so it was like, whatever, I don't care. They're still the same songs.
Yeah, it's really almost a nitpicking thing, but I get it.
Yeah, and it wasn't even a complaint. It's not like the songs work better or worse in different stages. It's like...
Right, yeah.
it's fine, so... Yeah, man. Love me some Katamari, so let's listen to the music.
Yeah!
Let's get to work. Alright, so the first song we're going to listen to is the main theme, Katamari on the Rocks. Or Katamari on the Rock. I don't know what it is, but I think it's supposed to be on the Rocks. I think I just have a typo on my track list here. But either way, this is the main theme of Katamari Damacy, and it is well, it's just glorious. So let's get to work. Here's Katamari on the Rocks. Enjoy.
Do your best. Picnic 気分 feels so good. 素敵な afternoon. プラチナみんな yeah. 固めて転がす I love you. いつでも smile for you. 君だけにそう頑張らなくちゃ Compilationお揃いの T シャツ Hey 手編みのマフラーと Oh yeah ハード
Absolute masterpiece.
You know, for like a minute and a half of this song, I forgot what I was doing. And I'm just like, this is insane. What am I doing right now? What is this music? You know, because like, this song is such an assault on your senses. Like, the whole game is an assault on your senses, right? Like, from the opening number to the actual practicality of the game to you know, the playthrough of it, the cut scenes, the menus, everything is just an assault on everything sensible.
Cut scenes with the weird boxy people.
Those are the best when they're at the airport and the little kid's like, hey, and the mom's like, whatever. Like something, you know, the Katamari rolls by and like the airplane gets swept up or whatever it is, and he's like, the mom's like, pay it no mind. Everything is an assault on the senses, and this song is just like, oh, it's so perfect. This song is like, gear up, kid, because this is what you're in for. Everything about it is fantastic. The lyrics, the singing, the semi-jazz, the over-the-top, like, horn section. It's just so brilliant. Oh my god, I can't.
Yeah, it is just constant brilliance. The bass line in particular, like that, most of it is this weird, like, goofball bass that's kind of like bouncing,
right?
But like the actual bass line itself is really freaking good in this song. It's really good. It goes all over the place. There's the bit towards the end where it's like scaling down, and oh my goodness, what a fun song. And it perfectly encapsulates this game's entire existence. Like that, what I opened the episode with is what opens the original PlayStation game, which is just the voice going no, and like then singing the drums like like,
oh, I love that part.
What
man.
A perfect encapsulation of like this game, like to start with. It's like this really weird little thing, and then that tune, which is genius, just kind of expanded to such an absurd degree of just constant fanfare and celebration, and it's simply majestic, and I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I can't gush about this thing enough.
Well, we're about to find out just how much we can gush about this stuff, which for me is quite a lot. And this next one is just another great one. This is called Fugue Number 7777. I don't know why. I don't understand it. And I know you don't have to. This is the music that plays when your dad, which if you don't know the story of Katamari Damacy, your dad is the king of all cosmos. One night he got drunk, and on his bender he destroyed all the stars in the galaxy. So he turns to you, his tiny little son, to roll up random junk on planet Earth and then launch it into space to replace the stars that he destroyed. Which is one of the best video game stories I've ever heard, with the exception of maybe the Chasing the Frog and the Last Remaster. So Fugue 7777 is what is playing when your dad is looking down on you imposingly, explaining what it is you're supposed to be doing in the next level. So, let's go ahead and give it a listen. Here's Fugue 7777. Enjoy. Well, Matt,
Like, look, I'm just gonna say it. What drugs were you guys on, man? Because I want some of those. Like,
all of them.
like, we just experimenting. Like, all right, today's acid day.
Found some weird stuff under the sink. Let's give this a go.
Holy cow, man! Like, when your father's looking down on you and he's giving you the missions, it's. I suppose the intention is it's supposed to be maybe some level of intimidating, maybe some level of supposed to have some level of reverence, and the song opens that way for like a nanosecond, and then you get the vocalization of the dum 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 dum, and you're just like, what is going on? And then there's the high pitched vocalization, which it's so out of the register you can't tell what they were saying.
I think it's all just dum da dum 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 and play it at different levels. And what's so awesome about this song in particular is that when you strip away the innate silliness of the instrument choice, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, I feel as though, at the risk of sounding kind of curmudgeonly, like if you got away from the weird harmonizations of vocalizations and stuff, and you use just instruments, it would be a beautiful piece of music. And I kind of, maybe I'm biased, but I feel like this could exist in like the ActRaiser universe, the same, because it has the same kind of cadence and timbre of when you're in the Sky Palace and you're talking to, your subjects are coming and they're giving you things and stuff. So,
all right, Mr. Matt, we're going to do something a little extra special right now.
Uh-oh.
I just threw something into the Dropbox. So go ahead and refresh your Dropbox, and we're going to listen to this. This is an acoustic cover of this song done by Sam Griffin, just to double prove how unfathomably gorgeous this song really is when you take the silliness away. So when you see it there?
I got it.
All right, let's go ahead and give it a listen. Enjoy.
That's just unfair.
Right?
Leave some for the rest of us, man.
It's so good. And it just and it really also highlights, like, it still has that Katamari theme in there,
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's still a part of it. It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, like, I always feel like with movies and really movies, but television shows too, like, you create themes for characters and situations, and there always has to be that kind of central thread, common thread between all of it. That exists here. To your point about it still having that Katamari theme and stuff, it's there. It's ingrained. Like, again, start to finish, this game is like, it's a fully, realized package.
Yeah, it is a very well thought out experience, and that Katamari theme, that gets woven into a couple of songs in unexpected places throughout the soundtrack, and well, it's marvelous.
Simply.
Okay, so let's bring on the next one, which is we're gonna stick with that wacky vocalization in a song called Wanda Wanda, which as soon as you listen to it, you will understand why it's called Wanda Wanda. This is the song that plays over the training stage in the very beginning of the game, if memory serves right, and it's magnificent. So here is Wanda Wanda. Enjoy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that song.
This game, man, I swear.
It's wild.
It's just... Like, I promise you, if you've never played this game, you've never played anything like it.
Yes, you are not prepared if you have never actually played it. Nothing.
It really, you use the word experience, it really is its own experience. Like, it's a very unique experience.
Yeah, there's very few games I can think of that are really quite like this. The closest thing I've ever found to actually feeling kind of like this was Donut County, which is an extraordinary game, but also a pretty different experience from this. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
I'm very unfamiliar, but
so Donut County is also extremely goofy and weird like this, but the point of that game is you're a hole in the ground. And the more things fall into the hole, the more the hole expands. So
yes.
Brilliant little game. Available on just about every platform right now. And also has a great soundtrack.
Future episode, perhaps?
Oh, for sure. Love me some Donut County.
Now I want donut.
I am a donut. But this song is great, and also probably the most emblematic of the type of stage music, I guess, that you would be getting for the rest of this game, where it's like, it's just got a real good beat, and is like, this is the most background music-y
Yeah, right.
It's less, Fugue was very, it's a cinematic thing, right? So this is what's playing while you're reading something. Katamari on the Rocks is Insanity, the song.
Well, I mean, but it's giving you that whole full, Bollywood experience.
Yeah, exactly. This one is like it reminds me so much of like Dreamcast era, like the time that this came out, the kind of like weird video game music that would come out of like very Japanese games. This is so emblematic of that. But it's got such a good beat. It's super catchy. All the weird like phasing effects and stuff they do throughout it, like they just do so much with that little Wanda Wanda thing there. And like that the bass line that comes in is, I'm pretty sure, just a guy saying BD bomb over and over again, which is just
probably
just wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, that opening, that tutorial stage, it's so necessary too, because like I said before, you never really played anything like this before, so you definitely need it. So everyone's going to hear this one, and it probably is the most unintrusive of the soundtrack. And again, I'm not saying that to be mean. I mean, like, everything in this game is just great, and it's so perfect. And you'll see that with the rest of the tracks. Like, it's so good. It's just so good.
Well, before we get to any more of the actual stage music, we have one more kind of sort of menu song to get through, and it's one of my favorites on this whole soundtrack. It's a marvelous song that, even if you have played this game, it's entirely possible you've never heard the whole thing before, because this is what plays on the little map screen. And you don't typically spend a lot of time there. I actually didn't hear the entire version of this song until I had been playing the game for a little while, where I just let it sit there for a long time, and eventually it just keeps going and adding things, and like a tuba shows up. It's pretty wild. So this song is called "The Wonderful Stars Walk Is Wonderful," which is,
of course, it is
just a great name, and it is a gorgeous, wonderful, joyous piece of music. Enjoy. takes a real special song to straddle the line between circus absurdity and jaw-dropping gorgeousness, but this one manages to pull it off. Oh my goodness, that just all of the acoustic guitar is so pretty. That especially that higher part that comes in and that kind of answer to the main riff that's being played there is just so good. And towards the end of the song, when the bass line kind of alters a little bit, just kind of giving it a totally different, warmer feel before it turns back into a circus parade, is jaw dropping. But then like throwing in the chaos of the only thing I can think of is a circus parade in the midst of this song is so Katamari to do that. It's such a Katamari move, but it's magnificent. Love this tune.
Absolutely, I love everything about kind of the parade part. I love that it builds like there's an emotional build while it builds. Like for me, I feel it and I'm like, oh, it's coming. There's gonna be this really great payoff, and it doesn't like shatter. Boom. It builds up to this great plateau of just excellent composition and music, and just the instrument choices to sit, on top of these wonderful building blocks, like you said, of the acoustic guitars and that kind of strolling bass line. It's just excellent. Like, and then, again, if you've never played the game, maybe you won't understand, but it just, in its own way, it complements everything that's happening on the screen. Right? Like, you're from the very first level where you're rolling up very tiny things that are not tiny to you in the game, but like, as a human being, an ant is small, but in the game, an ant isn't that small, or a little, baby mouse or something, right?
Racers and cherries and...
Yeah, right, matchsticks and stuff, right? Like, I know we sound absolutely crazy, again, if you've never played, but, get out there, play it, you'll understand it. But this song is so, as are all the other songs, very complimentary to what's happening on the screen. It's just brilliant. It's just brilliant.
Yeah, there's no way else to describe it.
Yeah.
So let's keep rolling.
Yes.
And get to the first proper stage theme, which is called The Moon and the Prince. It's a super catchy tune. It's super awesome. Let's give it a listen. Enjoy.
ファンキーだみんな黙って俺についてこい Yeah チゲだファンキーだみんな必死で俺についてこいカモン力なさに絶望を感じたは拗ねてみた落ち込んだ悔しくなってとことん泣いてみたカモン考えた寝転んだ空見て落ち着きを取り戻した眺めてた目に入れた空に浮かぶ月が眩しかったでかくした育んだ大きな綺麗な星にしたよゲラ頑張った努力したありったけの力を出し切ったよ危機感を感じ立ち上がる心の壁を取り払い自由なマインドと溢れるソウルスピリットを心に宿した力を合わせて頑張れるみんなで一つのことを成し遂げるためにお互いを褒めたたいた今までより一回り大きくなったネガティブな話題を口にするな辛くても進むことをやめるんじゃないピースなバイブレーションでアークを描きこのアースに負けないオブジェを作れチゲだファンキーだみんな黙って俺についてこいイェチゲだファンキーだみんな必死で俺についてこいカモンチゲだファンキーだみんな黙って俺についてこいイェチゲだファンキーだみんな必死で俺についてこいカモンチゲだファンキーだみんな黙って俺についてこいイェチゲだファンキーだみんな必死で俺についてこいカモンチゲだファンキーだみんな黙って俺についてこいイェチゲだファンキーだみんな必死で俺についてこいカモン
Shake it up, funk it up.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean,
so good. It's so good. I love this song. It's got such a good groove to it. I don't understand any of the lyrics because I don't speak Japanese, except Shake It Up, Funk It Up, which is awesome.
So, while we were listening, I was reading the English translation.
Oh boy!
Yeah. I mean, the lyrics are basically just like a take on what's happening. Just a bit of the first verses. I sprinted, I twisted, I tried to run about everywhere. I spun, I was spun, I rolled anything I could find. I was attached, I felt included. Hey! I tried to avoid it, I tried to flee, but the power was too much, came crashing down on me. I tried to push it, I tried to pull it. At the end of my rope, I tried to cast it away. It can be pretty deep, and the lyrics are actually, check it up, I funk it up. Everybody
Really?
Shut up, come on and follow me. Yeah.
Wow, I always thought it was Shake It Up, Funk It Up. All right, cool.
I mean, they both work.
They do both work, but...
And then my favorite lyric is, check it out, check it up, I funk it up. Everyone follow me like your life depends on it.
Wow.
But yes, to your point, it's such a funky song.
Yeah.
It's like a weird mix of like kind of new jazz, new funk, It's to me, it's a very Japanese take on kind of the funk and jazz roots that they're, probably very much inspired by.
Yeah.
And it's clean. It's recorded so cleanly, and like everything sits like just perfect. Like the mix is great. You can hear the lyrics. Every instrument has its place. It's a very nice, clean mix.
Yeah, it's really well crafted, and it's just super catchy. I freaking love it. I love all of it. The dun, 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 dun. It's such a good hook. It's one that really stuck with me.
Yeah.
But let's move on to another one of my favorites. I don't know why this is one of my favorites. It's just it's probably the most K-pop out of all of them. But boy, if this song doesn't just stick in my head, it's marvelous. It's so much fun. It's called "Lonely Rolling Star," and yeah, enjoy. It's a little long, but I don't care. Enjoy.
「
ends with that cute little pop sound. Oh my god, I love this song so much. The very end of it, that bit right there where everything drops out kind of except for that keyboard part, that's like that being reprised throughout the course of the song. Every time that is playing is kind of my favorite bit of it. Like, all the pieces of this come together so marvelously, and then at the very end to throw the Katamari theme in there, like all sly like that. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's like overly saccharine J-pop, but at the same time, it's so inherently beautiful, and it's so silly. It just brings me so much joy to listen to. I freaking love it, son. I just love it.
Saccharine is really the word. It's like a whole scoop of sugar just poured right into your face.
It's like you get cavities just from listening to this song.
It's so, and you know, it's such a delicate song too. Like, it's very danceable. It's got a very pulse-pounding beat, but not in the way like you would think of, you know, some techno or something. But it still manages to keep the energy up and still be delicate. And I don't want to say dainty, but I think the singer's voice lends itself to that too. She's got a very, you know, precise voice. Her cadence is very precise, and like, it's very straightforward, almost like she's talking the lyrics.
The song is also like just shockingly complex. Like, when you slap headphones on and listen to it, there's so very much going on and harmonizing with itself on so many different layers. It's really, really awesome. It's really impressive and wonderful.
You're absolutely right. There's quite a few layers going on there, and you definitely, if you really sit and kind of get past of like what's on the top layer, like what's kind of what's assaulting you this time, you know, and you dig a little deeper, and you'll find there's a lot of great little stuff going on. I was looking up the lyrics, and the chorus is, "You're lonely rolling star, don't ever give up. You're lonely rolling star, don't forget to call sometimes." Oh no, that's like the second or third chorus. "You're lonely rolling star, come on, never stop standing still. You're lonely rolling star, so face forward and keep going." I think if you want a positive message out of this episode, it's face forward and keep going, guys.
Yeah.
What a fantastic song.
Seriously. It just makes me smile.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like if you're having a bad day, put this song on, and if not by the end of it, you're not smiling, you might be dead inside. I don't know. Just a thought.
And if this doesn't do the trick, maybe the next one will.
Oh.
This is a very different kind of song, but no less Katamari. It's called "You Are Smart," and it really it stuck with me, and well, it's gonna stick with you too. Here's "You Are Smart." Enjoy. Yep, you are smart.
I think this game is secretly a pep talk. Like, I feel like this game, when you play it, is very secretly being positive to you.
I feel like the entire game is designed to make you feel good about yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one big motivational speech in the form of a whacked out game.
Just roll up all your problems and launch them into space. You can do it. You are smart.
You are smart.
Just wonderful. It's a catchy little tune. I don't have a ton to say about this one other than just I remember playing this level whenever this song first came on and just being like, wow. All right. I love it. That's fantastic.
Funny enough, I do feel like this is one of the more understated songs of the game, which is really saying a lot. But there isn't a whole heck of a lot to say. I mean, I feel like though this song plays a little more to my sensibilities because it's got the the synthy, the kind of saw bladey synthy stuff, and a little more of a, for this game at least, a little more of an aggressive drum beat, things like that. But other than that, it's another great song in a catalog of great songs.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's just got a good rhythm, and it's a memorable tune.
Yep.
Well, let's keep rolling.
Yes.
This next one is called A Crimson Rose and a Gin and Tonic. Sorry, and a Gin Tonic. Maybe the end is missing. I don't know. But the track name I have is A Crimson Rose and a Gin Tonic. So, I don't know. Take that for what you will and enjoy some lovely music.
星になる日まで君にお届け塊魔法をかけたジュジュジュビはみんな幸せ塊シュビルベルベルベル
All right, give us the give us the translation there, Matt.
All right. Well, I feel as this one's a little less motivational, but nonetheless, the sentiment is still there. When you wish upon a star, it comes to visit you, the Katamari. We're dreaming, baby of this dream world. So everybody get inside the Katamari. And then I really like this part here. Until the day we all turn into stars, you should reach out to it, the Katamari. I'd like to chant some magic words, ooh-ah, doobie-doo-ah. Everybody's all so happy in the Katamari. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty repetitious otherwise.
Okay.
I mean, there you have it.
Oh, all right. I like this song. I've never had any even just close to a clue. Anything close to a clue that this was what the lyrics of the song were. Just that it's a catchy little tune, man.
Absolutely.
Like it's fun. It's fun. It's goofy. It is Katamari. It's another one I guess I don't really have a ton to say about. It's just fun.
No, it's right up there with every other track we're listening to. There's a lot of fun to it. It lends itself to what I feel, and I know you do too, is a very fun game. It's very light. It's very upbeat. It's, even the game itself is very light and upbeat.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing heavy or clunky or pressing about it. I joked about I joked about it being an assault on your senses, but it's like in the best possible way.
Well, let's keep it going with perhaps a slightly more interesting tone. This is Que Sera Sera, and I want to wad you up into my life. Enjoy.
I know you love me. I wanna word you up into my life. Let's roll up to be a single star in the sky. I hear you calling me. I wanna word you up into my life. Let's love up to make a single star in the sky. To you. I'm so in love with you. I wanna word you up into my life. Let's roll up to be a single star in the sky. I need you to feel me. I wanna word you up into my life. Let's love up to make a single star in the sky to you. Let's roll up to be a single star in the sky. I hear you calling me. I wanna word you up into my life. Let's love up to make a single star in the sky to you. Yes to you. Daba 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 daba. Daba 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 daba. Daba daba ba 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 ba. Daba daba. Daba 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 daba. Yes to you. Daba 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 daba. Daba 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 daba. Daba 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 daba. Daba daba ba ba ba.
I like so very many things about this song, but I think my favorite thing is that this is very clearly like a Japanese guy trying to do an American accent singing like a lounge singer, because like there are certain points where the Japanese accent comes through, like when he tries to say with you and he says with you, like it's amazing. And I don't know how much of it is like super intentional or not, because that would totally be within this game's wheelhouse to just be like, nah, just do it. just kind of do it and
get as close as you can,
but don't try too hard.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Just do your best.
Just love it. I love this song.
So one of the things I was gonna say is, I love just about all forms of music, and I'm a big jazz head. I love jazz, right? And jazz gave birth to other things like bebop and scat and so on and so forth. But scatting, I don't like. I really don't. There's just something about it that rubs me the wrong way. However, it works here so well. Like you said, it's like it's like the lounge singer is the faded crooner, right? So you got this faded crooner now singing this loungy, you get the idea of the lounge singer. And it just works. Like the first thing that comes to mind, I think, for everyone is Richard Cheese. He's probably the most famous of the quote-unquote lounge singers, doing all the covers of metal songs and stuff as lounge songs, right? If you're unfamiliar, you should look him up. Richard Cheese. That being said, this guy's voice is great. It's like,
oh my goodness,
silk.
yeah. He's really, really good singer.
I wouldn't put it past them to have used, because like a lot of the singers, the crooners that we know, Sinatra and Dean Martin and everyone else of that era, Perry Como and stuff, they all use these ribbon mics. And ribbon mics have an inherent characteristic about them that gives everyone this very velvety voice. I would not be surprised if they had done something like that, right? Just to, like you said, it's in its wheelhouse to be like, if you don't get there, that's fine too, But it's a beautiful piece of music. Like, if you stripped away the vocals and you just had this playing, it's a beautiful piece of music. It's almost like it's close to like a bossa nova, but it's still got that jazz. Like, it's just great. The vibes, the marimbas.
Oh yeah, it's so well done. It really, you kind of summed it all up pretty well. I don't know what else to say. It's a fun song to listen to, and it is not usually my vibe to listen to this kind of song, but it's so well executed here. I just love it, and it's got just the right amount of quirkiness going on in there too.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's funny because of all the other tracks we've listened to now, this kind of isn't like them, but it still fits so perfectly. Again, playing this game and the on-screen visuals and everything, the gameplay itself, like it continues to just work. Like it shouldn't, but it does.
But it does, and it really does.
And it really does.
All right, the next one we're down to two. We have let's hit up this next one. It's called Katamari Taino. I don't know what that means. As far as the soundtrack is concerned, everything I have thus far has been credited to Ilram. This one is credited to Hideki Tobita and Yui Asuka. So let's go ahead and give it a listen to Katamari Taino. Enjoy.
やや
That was Katamari Taino. And I don't know. Yeah.
So really quickly, I was looking at the lyrics, and I think if I'm reading this correctly, it's actually supposed to be "Roll Me In."
Interesting. Yeah, these are just the track names that were attached to the soundtrack that I have.
Yeah.
And I like it. I like this song. It's never been like the ultimate standout to me, but I know that a lot of people really do like this song as one of their favorite Katamari tracks. I think it's really well put together. It's fun to listen to. Fades into the background nice and smooth. It's a good tune.
Definitely have to agree with you. Like, it's just another beautiful piece of music. Again, same thing. Like, it's not necessarily something that I would gravitate towards. Like, you know what I really want to hear? But if this comes on, you're like, man, this is a jam.
Yeah, this is really good.
It's got that nice little, like, samba-y, jazzy kind of musicality, sensibility to it. The young lady who's singing is a gorgeous voice.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find her name, because I'm on the Wikipedia page. Why not? And then I, too, can butcher it. Yue Asaka and Mika Sato.
All right.
Beautiful. It's a beautiful song, though. All jokes aside, it's a very beautiful song. The lyrics, again, are very much in the same vein of like, rolling up a ball, stuff to make stars. And as we cuddle together, I gaze at you, and with just the tip of my finger, while we roll around, I need you to tell me. Oh, okay, I'm not finishing that. Harden yourself.
Oh boy. Well, I think that's about enough to say about that one, and it is time to move on to our last song of the episode, which is another assault on the senses. This is an aggressively beautiful song that is also mixed in with a rather, I would consider it, abrasive children's choir. This song is like such a weird situation for me because it is jaw-droppingly gorgeous, but at the same time, I don't really enjoy a children's choir all that much. Like, it's just one of those things that doesn't really do it for me. So this song's kind of a weird mix for me, but it's called Cherry Blossom Color Season. It's a really stick with it. Like, stick with it to the end. The end comes together to an astonishingly beautiful conclusion. So let's give it a listen. Here is Cherry Blossom Color Season. Enjoy. So, that song. It is... I don't know, man. It's that bit at the end where, all the vocals drop out, and it's just that deep. I don't know what exactly the instruments are. I want to say cello, but maybe it's a bass that's being bowed or something. I don't know. I don't know enough about the instruments, but the bass line is just at the end of this song where it comes in so thick and heavy, and it's jaw-dropping. Like, this song just is gut punch gorgeous. But on the other side of it, like I said beforehand, I find the children's choir so abrasive. It's such a weird song to listen to because it's like, wow, this is stunningly gorgeous, and I don't want to listen to it anymore because, like, it's so... Yeah, I'm so constantly of two minds about this song because as a composition, it's one of the prettiest things I've ever heard. But yeah, not a fan of the children's choir.
I think I'm a little bit of the opposite there. I don't mind them so much. I think the whole song, is done well enough that, like, yeah, I agree with you on a kind of even keel. I'd be like, children's choir or whatever. But I think because the whole piece really lends itself to this idea, at least in my mind, that, because the lead vocal it sounds like a child as well, and I'm sure if I read a little further into the lyrics, I'll get the answer to that. Let's see. No, it doesn't. The wiki doesn't have a credit for it, but
sounds like a child.
Right. It definitely sounds like a child. I mean, so to me, it kind of all comes together well. I like it. I honestly think the music is just among some of the most beautiful music I've ever heard. That whole ending, 2 minutes, is really just gorgeous.
Right?
Especially the part you're talking about, where the lyrics disappear for a while. Even when they come back and the kids are singing over this big swelling, strings and big keyboard pieces and stuff. It's just it's very emotional. Honestly, I'm blowing my nose because my allergies are killing me. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. But I could totally see where someone could just be like, "Wow, this is just."
Oh, I absolutely got teary-eyed. I don't have allergies going on. I mean, I have some allergies going on, but no, I definitely
I'm allergic.
got teary-eyed there.
I'm allergic to children's choirs. I get it.
Yeah, it's a serious allergy.
Look it up. Right. So that being said, for me personally, I don't mind the kids choir at all. I think it all comes together in a very nice package. Like the song as a whole, I think it comes together wonderfully.
Yeah, it's a stunning piece of music, but that wraps it up for us. We're all done here. What'd you think? How did it hold up for you?
I mean, look, this game for me is one of the few games I think that stands the test of time. I'll probably pick it up, tomorrow to play it. I got to play through a few things now, but hearing all this music and talking about it makes you know what, I gotta get back into it and play it again.
Yeah.
I'll pick it up in 10 years, in 20 years. I'll still have the same level of fun I had with it back then. Now this game to me is one of those games. I don't have a long list of games that I think you should definitely play this game. No, don't miss this. This is a game that is not to be missed.
It is absolutely all time. This is
hands
an
down
all-time game, no question. Definitely in my top 10. I'm so glad we did this. I'm so glad we did this.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, let's wrap this up. That is our show. Join us next time when we will be celebrating our 150th episode with a special listener request episode comprised of tracks we missed from games we've already covered before. Should be fun. If you have any submissions for the episode, send them on over. And in the meantime,
But where can they send them on over, Kris?
Well, you'll find out if you continue to listen.
No, I don't want to.
I'm not going to change my script, dang it. We here at the WaveBack Podcast are incredibly grateful to everyone who listens, and we love communicating with you when we can. We have a couple of ways you can do that. There's the Geekade Discord channel, in which we have a WaveBack chat, where we frequently discuss all manner of stuff relating to video game music and whatever our next episodes are going to be. And we also have a WaveBack forum page over on Facebook, which you can find by searching WaveBack on Facebook, and I don't pay very much attention to it, so maybe you shouldn't do that. Anyway, of course, you can always still send us an email at mail@geekade.com, and while you're at it, check out all our social media channels, which you should totally follow, like, and subscribe to if you haven't already, and be sure to check out all the other great content we have on our site over at geekade.com. So yeah, there you go. Best way to hit us up is Discord. I will be paying attention to the Facebook page as much as I can, and emails we always get. So there you go. Matt, you got anything to plug before we get out of here?
You know, I don't. For the time being, I do not. With all the time that has passed, you would think I'd have a ton of stuff, but I do not. However, I think the next episode I might have something to plug.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. Meanwhile, I will just plug go to the Stone Age Gamer YouTube channel, because I've been putting a lot of work in over there. I just did a video about Mega Man games that is just about 1,000 views, which is pretty good for me. So, yeah, continue to watch that stuff. It makes me all very happy. So, okay, we are going to close things out with a wonderful little tune called Katamari Love, the ending theme. It's the ending theme for Katamari, and it's just as goofy as you would expect it to be. So, have fun, enjoy, wad some things up into a ball, launch them into space, replace the stars. Thanks for listening, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
けど悲しい出来事が絶え間なく続いてる。なぜ僕らは傷つけ合うのか。わかり合うことが優しさを生むのに Love つながりたいんだそうさきっと大きな心になる Try 巻き込みたいんだ止まらないようにその愛を走らせていつまでも僕ら連なってく見えるかいこれが僕たちの地球だ美しい星